Do you feel balanced? As women, we go through many different milestones in our life, our career lifetimes. That first job, potentially pregnancy, returning from maternity leave, perimenopause and menopause. Each time this requires us to reposition ourselves, to refine our credibility, to prove ourselves to ourselves again. Essentially, each time we have to rebalance. We are rebalancing ourselves. Throughout these stages, we're expecting our employers to understand and support us. I personally have just been through a rebalance of my own life. I found myself rushing from one thing to the next, trying to juggle my life, juggle my career, my children, and my dog and a load of chickens as well. I found that I constantly felt like I wasn't enough. I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't there enough. There wasn't enough of me to go around. So I made some fairly major changes. I did some soul searching. I went on a yoga and wellbeing retreat in Marrakesh. Total bliss. 5 full nights, almost no Wi-Fi, panic, but it shifted my mindset and allowed me to focus. It allowed me through that digital detox to think and to replan my own rebalance. But I'm not alone. Many other women and men go through imbalance. The silver lining of COVID, you could say, was it showed us that we can change the balance. Of course, the balance varies from job role to job role, but the changes are happening. It is evolving. 51% in the 2022 Authentic Insights report stated that work-life balance was the most important policy for companies to update moving forward. 45% said health and 43% sustainability. This just goes to highlight how we are all more self-aware and aware of the impact that we have. The landscape of our workplace is evolving. The old ways are being phased out, thankfully. And what Mary Portas refers to in her book, Work Like a Woman, as the alpha culture is beginning to shift, thankfully. She's referring to the ingrained code of when men dominated the workplace, formed of a time when our lives were very different. There was usually one breadwinner, usually the male, climbing the corporate ladder, with a wife at home as the homemaker, ensuring the smooth running of their lives. This does not reflect life now. We are by no means there in the gender balance, but we are evolving. But we're still not balanced. According to McKinsey, we're currently going through the great breakup. We are seeing large numbers of women jumping ship to organisations who recognise and support balance. Women leaders are changing organisations in huge numbers, far faster than men in leadership. That could have huge implications for businesses. Women are already underrepresented in leadership due to the broken rung on the first step up to management. If companies don't take action, not only will they lose their women in leadership, they will also lose the next generation of women leaders. Young women are even more ambitious. They place higher premium on working for an equitable, sustainable, and supportive workplace. They're watching senior women leave for better opportunities, and they're willing to do the same. So what do women want? Is this a question for Mel Gibson in the romantic comedy What Women Want? Dropping hairdryers in the bath aside, communication is vital to create a safe environment. Businesses need open communication to create that safe space, which is where DEI comes in. Interestingly, in the 2022 survey of C-suite women by Chief, 74% said they wanted to feel valued above all else. Company culture and education is vital in creating the psychologically safe space. Education in the workplace of men and women. Not all women will navigate these milestones, nor will the men, but we will all be exposed to it via our co-workers or indeed our family or friends. Therefore, education within the workplace can only help to benefit our wider relationships as well. Going back to Mary Portas, she says that putting empathy, courage, strength and resilience into the heart of the system will radically change the way we work and live. That's not to say that men don't contain these qualities, just that traditionally they're credited as more feminine traits. The alpha culture drives competition and ambition, and while on some levels this can be healthy, it doesn't always work for well-being and being in it together, which ultimately we are. We need to put empathy and compassion at the heart of what we do. So why has balance got such a bad rep? Why is near burnout celebrated? And why are we all guilty of masking how we really feel? Ultimately, we all want to feel happy and supported, both in our lives and in the workplace. But what makes us happy? Happy in ourselves, happy in our lives, and happy in our jobs. The Harvard Health blog says that happier people are grateful for what they have. Happy people aren't rigid, they don't follow strict rules. In fact, I've lost count of the number of magazines which have told me to get up earlier in order to achieve more in my day. But I know that's not the answer for me. Getting up at 5 a.m. to work on that pitch might seem like a good idea, and it might make me achieve more, might make me happier, but I know this isn't going to work for me. So when I think about this topic, it keeps coming back to culture. By creating a culture of safety, inclusivity, and balance, you will foster an organisation which allows individuals to bring their best selves to work. An organisation who feel supported, who feel balanced, who feel happy. An engaged workforce is a happy workforce. As humans, we need balance. As workforces, we need a balance of genders. And in order to maintain that, we need to prioritise balance over burnout, or we will continue to lose women from the workplace. To quote the former New Zealand Prime Minister, "I am human." And this highlights how we need to be appreciative and supportive of others around us. Thank you so much for listening.